Um, Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Performance Coaching Session. My name is Sejung. I'm from Korea. I have 10 years of experience in HR, and I also have about 5 years experience in learning and development. I was recently, about a year back, I was able to get a certification on coach by International Coaching Federation. So hopefully, not hopefully, I shouldn't say hopefully, but you will definitely get benefit out of this session to learn about what is coaching and how to perform coaching session with your direct reports. Okay, so in your pairs, we're gonna have a quick discussion. So in your pairs, discuss what does it mean by coaching to you? What it means by coaching to you? I'll give you 2 minutes.
It's an exchange of experience. Yeah, and it's about the subject matter. Maybe one person has different perspective, the other person has different experience. So both parties exchange.
I usually think for the moment first to be able to come the coaching to
30
do
more seconds?
something based on their
Produce more thinking, like actually that's your
So they
think on their own that you
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's get back to the group. So,
Okay.
what did you share? What was your thoughts about coaching?
Yeah, we thought it's about allowing the coachee
Uh-huh.
to explore and experiment and learn by their own thinking and logic.
Oh, very good.
It's an exchange of the experience
Yeah,
and perspective.
I see. So it's more of a two-way conversation, you think?
Also, like one way is maybe one experienced guy is giving a guideline, but it depends on perspective of the other person, the receiver, to also adapt those guidelines.
I see.
In their daily life or whatever.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Thank you, Chloe. Anyone else to share?
Okay, so coaching is more about guiding and bringing the best out of someone.
Oh, did you got that?
Yeah.
Very nice. So we say here that bringing the best out of your people. So coaching is trying to say that coaching conversation is not just a regular conversation, but it's more of a conversation that has a goal, has a specific objectives, such as bringing the best out of people. That's what makes the coaching conversation different with other conversations. So, quickly, I'm gonna look at the PMI transformation. PMI is currently running this transformation period, and we are at here, internal transformation. That's why we are trying to provide our first line managers to know about what's going on here and why our trainings are so important, because we want to achieve our internal transformation through you. Okay, so for next 120 minutes, 90 minutes will be our session and 30 minutes will be the mission, but because this is just an what I say, trial. We wouldn't go over the mission. We'll stick to the 90 minutes. And we're gonna cover what's the performance coaching and what behaviors you're supposed to do when you are providing the coaching, and how to, the 4 behaviors we'll go over. We'll practice, and I'll give you some tips, and we'll end at the time. Like we'll finish it by then. So, Theodore Roosevelt said this quotation. I personally found it difficult to understand, but what I interpreted was it's really important to make your direct report or make the other person learn by themselves, and you don't just push them, but you help them to learn what's important for them and solve their own problem. So that's what I was interested in by this quotation by Roosevelt. Now we're gonna have very fun little exercise, and this exercise will let you know how important or how difficult it is to provide just guiding people without giving them a solution right away. Okay? And so everyone can stand up. We're gonna do a little lineup. I'm gonna say that for someone whose birth month is January, stands here, and up to the December here. Okay?
Right in front of you.
November.
November.
Can you make a one line? So January, February, March. Okay, so everyone's after March, right? And you're November. Okay, so you two are partners. You two, Tasung. So you are partner with, and you two are partner. You two are partner. Okay, let's take a seat back with your partner sitting beside you.
That's crazy.
Oops,
Same
same
birthday.
Nice.
10.
Hi, Dee.
Okay. Okay, so come. You can be there.
Okay, so everyone found the seat?
Yeah.
So I'll say the person sits on the left is A, okay? So you're A. A, and obviously you're B. The person who sits on my right is B, okay? A and B. Got it? Okay, who's A? Who's A? Who's A? The person who sits on my left
Oh, okay.
is A.
Hey.
So I'm B.
So you're A. And you are the person who gives a guide.
Okay.
Okay? So the person who gives the guide has a solution. So I'll give you the solution, and don't show this to your partner. Okay? Just keep it to yourself. That's the solution. That's the solution. And to B, I'll give you the puzzle. Okay? That's your puzzle. Puzzle. That's your puzzle. The person who guides also need to read the puzzle, okay? So before you read the solution, read the puzzle together with your partner. You have to know the question. Got it? 10 more seconds. 5, 4,
No, you need to
3,
think about it.
2, 1. Now, A, you read the solution. Okay? You need the time to read the solution?
Yeah, I'm using time.
Yes. So I'll give you another minute to read the solution. 10 more seconds.
Are you
5,
like, oh my god, I got
4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I'll give you 2 minutes to solve this out. Your guide can help you without giving the answer right away, okay? And you can ask questions, okay? But the guide don't give out the solution right away. Okay, start. You have 2 minutes.
So we have a board.
This
We have a box.
situation is to say that,
We have a
you know,
And
I'm
have a
going to
sheet
place
and
3 of the objects in different locations.
Fork and spoon you cannot use.
So maybe I
And
will
chicken and
try to
corn.
find somewhere, some spot on the shore.
I bring them as far apart as
Yeah,
possible.
that's
Oh,
why.
okay.
So what is the block them with? I'll come somewhere.
Also, but that might take too long, right? So that's not the other side.
Okay, including me, or I will eat the corn.
Way out the box.
That's very creative.
Yeah, very innovative.
Yeah.
Can be 3 of them be okay?
It has to be like, oh, I think
First step.
4 trips. First time.
So maybe it falls in the corn.
Yeah.
So I carry the chicken, but I try to get it out.
It has to be the main travel.
And now
So we compare.
but then when I transport it over, they're gonna be together.
So whatever you bring, someone will get killed.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what it says up there. What he's doing.
First trip.
Okay.
What do you bring?
10 more seconds.
You still have a small.
You happy with the food?
Bring back.
5, 4,
So first trip.
3,
Should it bring something else?
2, and 1. Okay, time's up. Time's up. I heard some of you had a very creative one. Eat the corn. Who got the answer?
Oh
Rosie
wow.
got the. Can you guys give him a hand?
Oh,
So smart. Okay, so Morley, how did you feel when you got the answer?
Smart.
Oh.
It's usual.
It's usual, so not a big surprise for you, right?
Naturally smart.
Naturally smart. But still,
It feels good.
okay, you felt good,
And
right?
the manager was very responsive, very encouraging.
Yeah, yeah. So did she actually help you to get the answer?
I don't know, you want to?
So you kind of ask him questions, what would you take on your first trip?
Mhm.
And then what's it gonna take for a second one if, like, you know, you're not gonna let the eating thing
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah.
What's it gonna take?
Yeah,
What's it gonna take?
very good. So she actually guided you morally. In the right way. He's not really accepting it. Okay, for those, did you find it hard?
The question is hard. Yeah.
The question
puzzle
itself was
is
hard,
Confusing.
right? Puzzle was hard,
Uh-huh.
but it's supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and what else?
But he also like tried to guide me step by step. So.
Yes.
But then it's just that I need more time to think about it. So
Right.
I didn't come to the answer yet.
If he provide a solution right away, do you think you would like it?
Well, it depends. It depends on the circumstance. If I don't have much time, you know, time is a constraint, right? Then perhaps in that situation, I need a solution right away.
Yes.
But if I have more time, I would rather think of my own.
Yeah.
Think of my own.
Very good.
For a solution.
If you thought about your own, if you had enough time and you finally got the answer,
Right.
how do you think it's gonna be feel?
I would be proud that I can solve one puzzle,
Yeah.
and especially the hard one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially on my own.
Yes. That's very good.
With the guideline.
So this is actually the whole purpose of coaching. So instead of giving you the solution right away, the guy help you to find the solution, and if you finally got it, then you would feel more proud. So you get the best thing out of your people, out of myself, and I'll be very proud of it. Okay? Thank you everyone. Can I get the card back?
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
She wants to know the solution.
Sure. If you want to see the solution, that's fine too, but we'll do it later on. I'll give you some time later on. Okay? Okay. So now, so we talked about why coaching is so useful when you are having the conversation, when your direct report has a problem or has some things to solve out, but it could be used in either way. When it could be used in to the person who's very top performer too. If you look at this slide, it says the condition for success. It is actually asking if there is a condition to do the performance coaching. For those who are in here, sustainably high performance, do you think they also need the coaching? If for the not happy non-worker, they are making low performance, they are very relaxed, they have very high well-being, they go home at 6, but they are not making any performance. Do you think they need a coach? For those who are unhappy and unproductive, they're not making any performance. At the same time, they are very low well-being. They're just exhausted, don't want to do anything. Do you think they need a coaching?
I think they do.
They do. And for those who are they are making high performance, but they are going home at 10 in the afternoon, midnight. Do you think they need a coaching?
Yes.
They all need a coaching. And especially for high performance, we probably think that they wouldn't probably need a coaching, but because they are top talents, they are so marketable, and in order to retain them, we have to make them motivated. That's why these old people need a coaching. Okay, so now we know that the coaching is very needed for everyone. And there is 4 behaviors. This is actually studied by many scientists that there is 4 particular behaviors as a coachee supposed to behave. And the first one that we're going to talk about is building trust. So building trust is not only important in coaching, it's important in every leadership steps you take. But here, especially in coaching, it's really important because we are asking coachee questions to help them solve their own problems. If the coachee wouldn't answer it honestly, then how can we help them to solve their own problem? And in order to help them to answer us honestly, we need to have a trust in between us. So demonstrating your trust, is supposed to happen before, during, and after coaching, not just at the coaching session. Entire your cycle of leadership, your managerial period, you need to keep build this. And you have to provide the psychological safety to your coachee. Have you ever heard the term psychological safety?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? What does it mean? Anyone?
Making it a safe place, making it okay for them to speak.
Right. That's very true. So we are making the atmosphere safe for them to say anything. It's very safe here. You can tell me anything, but how? So here is 3 elements that you can provide the psychological safety. First one is you frame it. You promote the work as an opportunity for experiment and learning, rather than it's a task that you have to execute it. And you tell we are all human. it's okay to make a mistake. Like Morali just said, of course, we made the mistakes. We learn from it, and we can sort this out together. And you take a back seat. So like I said before, like we said before, it's not coach's role to drive this car. It's coach's role to figure out and drive. So you take the back seat. But is it easy to take the back seat?
No.
Like we did in the puzzle exercise. If the guide knew the solution, you feel like you want to give out the solution right away. Here's the solution. I know it. You can get it right away. Then, like you said before, it would be very. You wouldn't be proud of yourself. It's a solution given by my manager, and it's not going to work that effectively. So taking a back seat is that important. Now it says a coaching contract here. I'll give out the handouts. So, can you pass this to? Well, they can pass this. Can you open the first seal? Don't open the second seal, just the first seal. Yeah, you put your finger inside and you break the seal. Yeah. Finger inside and just break it. Yeah, very good. Yes. Don't open the second seal yet. Okay, so at the bottom, here it says a contracting. When you think about the contract, we feel like it's a document. But here in contract, in the coaching, it's the contract sets expectation of how the conversation will work. So for example, if my direct report came in to have a coaching session, and he expects, my manager will give me some solution. He was expecting that. And then rather than you give him a solution, you're asking questions, you're trying to ask the coach E what to do, then he might be disappointed that he didn't get the right answer at the moment. So here, between you pairs, between you two, please discuss what kind of expectation has to be set in the beginning of coaching. Okay? I'll give you 2 minutes for that.
Not question.
But advise the destination. It also problem but usually to discuss. So and then I just want to one way here. I just want to hear number one communication. Number two, additional guidance on top of my discussion. If you guidance from his view, that's what you want to do. And then I can think for them. And I don't want you to say because if we start doing that, then I will feel that every time we have to every time I don't feel like I have space.
Okay, 10 more seconds.
Right, but whenever it's for
5, 4, 3,
I hope that he can improve on.
2, and 1. Okay. So can can we share some of the expectation you have set? Anyone?
We talk about the guidance
Uh-huh.
without the exact solution, just provide some sort of direction.
Okay, so you make that agreement between you two,
Yeah.
that it will be just a guide
Yeah,
to make the solution.
exactly.
Okay, okay, very good.
I think I would need clear objective.
Clear
Number one,
objective.
of what we need to deliver.
Yes.
Number two, I need the guidance.
Uh-huh.
Or, like usually if I approach the boss, I usually come up with something already.
Mhm.
I just need to confirm that, am I in the right direction?
Yeah.
And if he agrees and if he has additional comments to add, then I would prefer that.
Okay.
And if he doesn't agree with it, at least he should give me guidance or his viewpoint.
Oh,
Yeah.
so this is the perspective from Coach E, right?
That's
Okay,
right, yes.
okay, very
Yeah.
good.
And whenever I need decision making,
Mhm.
I would need him to attend to that.
I see,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
So that's my expectation. Too much
Okay.
expectation.
No, you can tell your expectation to your coach, your manager,
Right.
and you two make the contract there. So this conversation, it will be like this. And
That's good.
as a as an employee, I want you to be like this. And your manager also tells, I'm a coach, and I'll do the session like this. So you two make an agreement here. It could be anything.
Right.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I think for us, we said that we may not know what's the outcome, but
Mhm.
we know that we will have to succeed.
Yeah.
We don't even know how it may look like.
Right.
So that this project will give us ample space to learn
Mm-hmm.
together,
Yep.
to experiment,
Yeah.
to make mistakes.
Right. Yeah. Very good. So and to add up, one of the most important thing is to said that you will have some action goals. You will have to deliver that after this coaching session. Coaching session is just not about making a casual conversation, and it's more of bring the best out of your people, right? So there will be an action plan, and make an agreement with your direct report that there will be an action plan, and you will have to follow it. You have to commit that with me. So that has to be included in the contract as well. Okay? So that's how you build your trust. Now we're gonna go on to focus. So out of 4 behavior, this is the second behavior. Make sure that we are entirely focused, emphasizing on the individual. So focus is all about listening. You have to listen carefully. And do you think listening is easy? For me, it's really difficult. At some time, I just heard it and then I forgot. That happens. So if I don't pay full attention, I'm like, oh, tell me, I'm listening, I'm doing something else. I feel like I'm listening, but then, oh, what did she just say? I go like that. So listening, if you don't pay full attention, it's hard to remember. And especially during the coaching session, when the coach is telling you something very seriously and you don't put full attention to that person, then how can you make a good performance coaching session, right? We're gonna do a very fun exercise here, and I need one volunteer. Anyone? Oh, very good. Thank you. You're Ox, right? Thank you, Ox. So please come. Okay, so Ox,
Yeah.
you will tell us
Mhm.
your childhood home.
My childhood home.
Yeah, and you tell us in very detail. Okay, how many bedrooms you have, what color was your front door was, and things like that. Very
Cannot
detailed.
remember.
You don't remember. You can make it up. We don't know anyways.
It was not so far away.
So just tell us,
Okay.
and rest of us, we hear very carefully. Okay, you pay full attention to me. 1 minute. Okay.
Okay.
Start.
My childhood home, it was a small home. We were
four people in our family